Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we've got a really intriguing story about a TikToker named John Romano. He recently claimed that he had a close call with a sword at a shelter where he was working. But who exactly is John Romano? Stick around as we give you a quick rundown. So, let's start from the beginning. John Romano was born on November 28, 1985 in East Greenbush, New York. Now, there's a significant event in his past that we need to talk about. Back on February 9th, 2004, when John was just 16 years old, he carried a concealed shotgun into his high school, Columbia High School, in East Greenbush. He went into the bathroom, waited for about 20 minutes, and when he encountered another student, he brandished his weapon, forcing the student out at gunpoint. It was a terrifying situation as he fired at two students in the hallway, causing widespread panic. John even moved through the school, threatening other students and teachers. An assistant principal bravely intervened to try to disarm him, but tragically, before John was subdued, he managed to fire one more round, injuring a teacher.
Warning, I'm going to be talking about school violence. Because when I was 16, I myself went into my high school with a shotgun. I've talked about it a lot on TikTok. My intentions were not to kill, but to be killed. I fired 2 rounds above some students' heads into the ceiling, and I walked around for a while, waiting for the police to come, and I thought that I would die by their hand, or maybe I would force myself to finally pull the trigger on myself, which I couldn't do at home. But I caused so much trauma to so many people. So many people ended up in therapy for years because of me. And I added on to this culture in our communities where people are afraid to send their kids to school. Teachers are afraid to go to school because of what I've done and what too many other people have done.
He decided to use TikTok to raise awareness about mental health issues. In 2020, John was released from prison and started working at a homeless shelter in Albany, New York. It was a fresh start for him, and he was dedicated to making a positive impact. Fast forwarding to August 2023, and John faced another shocking incident while working at a homeless shelter. He was suddenly attacked with a sword, resulting in severe injuries. His limbs were so badly hurt that they needed to be reattached. Additionally, he suffered serious injuries to his leg and head during the attack.
So I gotta warn that this is kind of disturbing. So I was working at a homeless shelter, and it was lunchtime. And this one guy, he comes in and he goes up to the guy serving the food and he asks, "Hey, what's for lunch?" And the guy says, "Oh, it's written on the board." And the guy, he gets upset and, he says, "Oh, well, it's written in the book for you, white devil." And me and my coworkers, we hear this and we're like, "Yo, you can't be talking to people like that, man." And he just kind of tries to brush it off, saying he didn't say nothing wrong. And he goes and sits down. And after like a minute or two, he kind of starts getting animated, talking to himself. And he starts talking about white devils and everything. We're like, "Yo, like, chill out, bro. Like, you gotta just relax, eat your lunch." And, he starts talking to us kind of aggressively and everything. And, he's talking about white devils some more. We're like, "Yo, like, dude, you can't be talking like that in here." And he calls me a white devil. My coworkers, they're black, but he calls me a white devil, and I'm like, all right, like, I see where this is going. Like, so I go upstairs, I talk to my boss, basically saying like, this guy's got to go. My boss says, "Yeah, of course, he's gonna call the police just in case." And I go back downstairs and I tell the guy, I said, "I'm sorry, but you can finish up your lunch real quick, but you got to leave for the day." And I go, And the guy's like, all right, let me just go and get my property, because we got gym lockers where people can hold some of their property. Like, all right, yeah, sure, no, it's your property, go and grab it. And, you know, my boss even comes downstairs and he asks where the guy is at. He say he's over in the locker room. So my boss goes and checks in on him. And like, a moment later, my boss starts screaming, "Watch out." And the guy comes out of the locker room. He's got 2 swords in his hands. You know, we didn't have no metal detectors or anything. We don't search their property. And the guy comes running right at me, screaming, "You fucking white devil." And, you know, I run. I run for my life, literally. And, you know, he catches me in the stairway and knocks me down, and I'm lying on the stairs, and I start trying to fight him off. I'm kicking at him, and he just starts swinging the swords, and he's chopping up my legs real bad. And I'm still holding them up even as they're falling apart.
Sadly, the situation took a legal turn, and eventually the suspect was arrested and sentenced to 25 years in prison. So there you have it, folks. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more intriguing stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.